Yes.
I don't have issues with y'all, bro. I don't know what her issues is, but she's mad because I told her to stop yelling while I was trying to talk to new people. That's not calling you out, gang. That's saying being respectful. That like we got taught to be respectful. If I'm asking you to be respectful while I'm talking to new people, how is that calling you out? That's not throwing. All right, gang. You could feel some type of way. I'm sorry if you feel like I was throwing shots. All I'm saying is, if I'm talking to new people because somebody logged off, I'll explain the situation. We had a hard hat log off. On accident, and I mean the new recruits were just standing there, so I went to help them. But we got her yelling over here at RT like, "Oh, we're going on strike! We're going on strike!" And I'm like, "Hey, can you be quiet?" Because I'm trying to help them get their tasers and stuff. You feel me? And she thinks I'm calling her out, but she's not getting my point that it's just a respectful thing.
No, you did call me out, especially when they're talking about brief and you call me out. If you're gonna call Yellowbone out, make sure you add my name on it. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm not gonna say this," when the whole time I know you talk about me. If you didn't want to be in the conversation when we was having it mid, you could have easily dismissed yourself. You was not in that
Bro,
conversation. You no, I
they
just
the
let you talk.
recruits,
I just let
the
you talk.
recruits.
I'm not gonna overtalk you, but it's gonna be a respect goes two ways. Okay, you feel what I'm saying? I just let you talk. Now it's my turn. We was having a whole conversation right there, going on strike. Okay, cool. I even texted in the lobby chat. If you didn't want to be part of the situation, you could have removed yourself. We was in a whole circle, sweetheart. That's not my fault that you're in a circle. You said more than that, but I'm not even gonna expose you on that. The body cam's gonna tell everything. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm a person that's always gonna speak her mind, whether am I right or wrong. But how you come off at people, that's the respect you give. If you come off me disrespectful, that's the respect you're gonna receive from me. You feel what I'm
Telling,
saying? Well, I'm
no,
telling
I
you.
understand
And then,
you.
and then you're still disrespecting me because you're over talking me. I'm not done talking. Are you done? Do you need to add someone before I finish saying what I gotta say? Because obviously it's giving disrespect.
Hey, just send them the body cam then, because telling you to be quiet while I'm talking to new recruits is not being
You
disrespectful. That's
didn't just
asking
say
you
that.
to please be quiet. Because I no, I'm telling you because Sally was outside. They asking you to please be quiet is not being disrespectful, gang. I'm trying to help them out. If you're talking, you're right. You were talking right there, but I'm trying to help them. That's why I said, can you be quiet?
But if you would have removed yourself, you wouldn't have been added to the
Ki- Just send them
conversation.
the body cam. Just send them the body cam. They're gonna
Don't
see
worry,
I was
I'm
trying
fast
to
with
help
my
them.
body now. I'm very fast with mine.
Okay,
You don't
yeah,
have
go ahead, send it.
just stay in your lane and stay out of my way, please and thank
You're
you.
mad. You're mad because I was trying to help recruits while you're throwing a protest in the middle
No,
of the
no,
thing.
no.
That's crazy. This
Let
is
me tell you
crazy.
something. Let me tell you something.
Can
Everybody in
I?
this
Hey,
room,
I'm not gonna talk no
no,
more because I feel
no,
like that's
listen.
disrespectful.
Everybody,
Respectfully, I'm not talking no more.
listen. Everybody in this room knows when I get mad. You ain't seen when I get
That's
mad, sweetheart.
cool,
Yeah,
but be
I
respectful. I
would
don't
have
care if
told
you're
you.
mad or not. It's a
I'm just
respect
having
thing.
a
That's
conversation.
cool.
I'm having a
That's
conversation because
cool. And I
the
asked y'all, can
disrespect
y'all
is
be
there.
quiet
All right,
so
you
I can
guys.
help the new
All right.
people?
He not letting me talk. I let him talk. He always over talking me. That's disrespectful.
I don't care what you got to say. If I'm helping new people, then I ask you to please be quiet because they're new and they can't hear where they got to get their tasers from. It's a respect thing.
You could have
So
removed
guys,
yourself.
hold mics. So Sally gave you guys an order. Am I following it?
No, she didn't tell me nothing.
No, she didn't. Sally didn't say nothing. Sally was out there, but Sally was coming into RT. I'm trying to talk to new recruits, right? Like they just their tour guy left, so I'm trying to go get their tasers. And I asked her, "Can you be quiet? Can you be quiet?" I've started saying that multiple times so I can help them and they can hear me because she's talking about, "Oh, we're gonna protest. We're not getting ranked up. Okay, I'm
Okay,
gonna leave for 3 days."
So
I
So
witnessed this whole thing. Can I speak if you guys don't mind?
yeah, you could go ahead. I
go
don't
ahead,
Okay,
mind.
bro.
I was actually talking to Yellow Bone when this whole thing happened, right? And then what's his name? Killer Clone, or I don't know, Randy. I don't know who we're talking about, but he wasn't standing in the circle. He was like few steps away, and he was talking to new recruiters. But the what happened is me and Yellowbone were talking about how the new rules are not gonna make us get ranked up every day, and how she's been waiting to get ranked up and I've been waiting to get ranked up. And then that was the scenario with like 3 4 other players, right? So when Randy, I guess, or Killer Clone was talking on the mic, we were all close to each other. Maybe Yellow Bone thought he was in the circle and he was trying to overtalk her, and we were just having a conversation where it got a little bit tense. So anything that was said from his end just kind of came off on the wrong foot. Okay. So I know it wasn't directly at Yellow Bone, but it did sound like it because he was talking very loud and clear over the chat while me and her and like few others were having a conversation. So this might have been a whole misunderstanding. But in the meantime, when we're 2 people or 3 or 4 people are talking, I think we were more than 8 or 9. You can confirm, please, Yellow Bone, right? But it did come off on the wrong foot from him talking, because it did sound like he was upset that we're kind of talking about that, okay? And that just kind of got me and Yellowbone frustrated, because it sounded like he was trying to have a conversation close to us purposely to make us hear like, oh, like you guys could go, kick rocks pretty much. But I know that this is the like a two different story. She could have her point of view, he could have his point of view. I'm just trying to tell you guys my point of view because I was there at the whole thing. I feel like they just both came off on the wrong foot. But at the end of the day, we were just talking about not protesting. It was kind of like a serious and a joking conversation. You guys were here in the room, and you probably seen Yellowbone pop in the room. You probably seen me pop in the room. We were just kind of like very upset about the new rules with the ranking, because like I said, guys, we all have our lives outside of this game, right? So spending 7 to 8 hours on the screen, we might not be able to do that like every single day because of our outside lives. And us having the rank ups are only 3 days of the week. That might be tough for Yellowbone, might be tough for me, might be tough for Randy or whoever to get a rank up. I'm just using Randy as an example. So it's kind of frustrating when you hear somebody saying he's been at this for 8 days and he did his interview 8 days ago, and Yellowbone 3 days, and me almost 2 days. You know, so we were just frustrated at the whole thing. Do you see what I'm saying?
So I wanna get with you guys because what y'all did in mid with inciting that riot, I wanna educate you guys that that is a server ban. So you guys need to not do that at all. If somebody spawn in and see y'all doing that, you can get sanctioned up to 30 days for that. But outside of that, if you guys got issues with, how we're doing a rank up system, like how we are right now and RT talking about this, I'd rather you guys do this instead of, doing that. That is a big no-no.
Okay, so for us to avoid this moving forward, since you know how we do a brief every after every raid.
Yes, I'd rather us do a brief. We can talk about it and try to come up with a means to fix, how we do the rank up system. But right now, I would like to see how we conduct 3 days, and going forward, if it don't work, we'll switch it.
That's totally fine, but I'm just proposing this, and you guys could take it or leave it. But I feel like, just to get a better understanding of how every rank feels about their rank and their duties, um I feel like if you don't want to waste more time and you want to hear us out, so that way this is not like, just going back and forth, and we're not huddling up away from you guys to talk about it. Allow us, whether it's during the brief, for like 2 3 minutes, or outside of the brief, just pull 1 or 2 people randomly from each rank, from the beginning rank to the higher up, or whoever is under the general, right? Pull at least 2 random people every time after a brief, and ask them if they have any concerns, more than having them on blast in front of the whole brief. Because I feel what just happened in the brief is that if somebody talk about something, I mean, there's more than 30 players in the room. Not everybody's gonna like what an individual has to say, but for you to make a little bit of time to where a trainee or a recruiter could say about how they feel, and then a sergeant or a lieutenant, and then so and so, you get a better understanding of like how each rank feels about their duty, right? And then from there, if you get way more like a more common concern after you hearing it from several different people, because of course you're going to be pulling random people, okay, then you can go ahead and adjust or adapt to that common concern that's being brought up by each rank by different people. Do you see what I'm trying to say? So that way you're eliminating this small huddle ups or striking or not liking what's going on or the rules that's going on. Do you see what I'm saying?
So